Hello and welcome to another Monday and another episode of the Room Junkie Show. I'm just going to go live on Instagram, and we are live on Instagram. That's wonderful. And we're live now on Facebook as well and on YouTube. So listen, today we're going to be talking all about storage solutions, clever storage solutions, effective storage solutions that you want in your home. You know, good looking storage solutions. So I'll hang on here and see if some of you can come in to see me live and chat. And if you do, I would, yes, Margarita's there. And Donna's there too. Brilliant. And Fiona, great to see you all. Fiona, you don't need any storage in your house. You've got tons of gorgeous storage. If anybody's any questions at all, please do ask me. And I'll keep an eye on all the questions as well. So this is a very special week for all of us women because we celebrate International Women's Day on Friday. I'm really looking forward to it. I class it as a very special day for each one of us. And I will have a piece here at 1 o'clock on the Friday. I'm going to Marbella on Friday, and I'm actually spending the day with the Costa Women group, which is led by Ali Meehan, which is a powerful pack of women. It's going to be the most amazing day. I just can't wait. Fabulous speakers, fabulous guests. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic, powerful day. So I hope that you're doing something really nice for yourself as well, and for your girlfriends, and even just to remember, you know, to stop and just take stock of what you're at and how important we all are in each other's lives. Frida's come in, Dolores has come in, brilliant. Mary, excellent. If you've got questions, give them to me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through storage options room by room by room, because I think that's probably the most logical way to do it. Now, I will say to you, I don't want anybody running out to buy extra storage solutions for their home until you do this one thing. You know that I've designated March the month of decluttering. I want you to clear in March. I want you to be very conscious of the clutter in your home, and I want you to consciously clear it, because when you do that, you're going to free up so much energy in yourself, in your home, within your family, calmness. It's just so much healthier. It's better for your mental health, and it's just the most powerful cleansing thing that you can do. Now, I know some of you are joining me tonight for Reset 24, the decluttering program, and I'm so excited. I can't believe we're starting a brand new episode. Now, if anybody, it's a 5-week online live program with lifetime access and lifetime support. Some of you are coming in and I just can't wait, but it's not too late. If any of you are thinking, you know what, I need to declutter my home. I know I do. I say this every single year, but I just don't do it. I let another year go by. So if you're interested or curious, send me a little private message here on Facebook or on Instagram, and I'll chat to you, because some of the girls who actually did the January session are coming back in, because you can come back again as there's a new session announced, and they're coming back in because they want to work on what they've done, and they achieved tremendous results. So I'm delighted. So don't do any buying or organization of your storage solutions until you've done the clearing first. I just cannot say that to you enough. Okay, no questions anywhere. In your hall, to me, your hall is always such a really important room in your home. You know, yeah, I see some love hearts coming in and thumbs up. Give me love hearts and thumbs up, and that means the algorithm will actually send this post out to others and they'll see it. I keep looking on my phone to see if I can catch it coming up on my Instagram, but I can't. I can see that McElhenney's are live, but I cannot see. So I'm live. Isn't that interesting? But anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys are there, and that's all that matters. So your hall is really, really important. When I walk in your front door, I will immediately get a feeling for your home, for you, for the lifestyle. And if it's really cluttered, and if things are everywhere, that's not creating a very good impression as I walk in. So there are ways that you can minimize the clutter. The first thing I do is do a decluttering. There's things in your hall that don't need to be there. I guarantee there are so many coats there that don't need to be there. You might need 1 or 2. Loads of shoes there that nobody uses. School bags, sports bags, you know, letters, post, keys, takeaway menus, you name it. So all of that will go. But easy ways that you can create a storage in your home, regardless of how big your hall is. If you've got stairs, I would definitely maximize that space under your stairs. It's very valuable, and it could be full of stuff like old school equipment and sports equipment and toys and baby stuff that's not used anymore. So clear it all out and analyze the space that you've got. Now, I am an advocate of getting professional help in organizing your cabinetry, because the guys who are doing this all the time, they're so clever. They will listen to what you want and they'll create a pretty bespoke solution for what you need. But the space under your stairs, you could probably get, maybe you've got 3 kids, have 3 nice wicker baskets in there, one for each child, that they put their hats and shoes and gloves into. If your kids are small, put hooks down low that they can hang their coats. You know, Maria Montessori had it right. She said a place for everything and everything in its place. And when children get into the habit of putting their things in a particular place, that habit stays for life. And, you know, they have their own space and they use it. So you're not a bit too late. It's never too late to see your smiling face, ever, ever, ever. And I hope all is going with you. Betty's coming in, and Sandra and Joanna. Lovely, lovely to see you all. So yeah, use the space under your stairs. Or if you've got, say you wanted to put in those drawers, you can get the stairs guys, put them in. And the stairs storage people, I know Nora Casey invested in one on Dragon's Den years ago, I think down in Wicklow, and they do very effective, very clever storage solutions. On Friday, I think it was, I talked about how you can create a home office under your stairs. That's a good thing to do too. If you're buying a new unit, say for your hall, don't get something that's very decorative. If you need, don't get a console table if you need storage. Sometimes getting a chest of drawers or a cabinet is a much better thing to do, because then you can utilize those the drawers in the chest, the cupboards in the chest. Oftentimes, even on a landing, I will have a big pine chest of drawers, because you can put towels and sheets and laundry and different things into them folded, so you can create. So think a bit outside the box. Kathleen, it's gorgeous to see you. Lovely, lovely to see you. Think outside the box. I encourage you to do that. Again, going back to your hall, if you go to your secondhand shops or your antique shops, your vintage shops, you might find a really quirky, unusual piece of furniture that is like a cabinet. TK Maxx is another place that you could often find up something just a little bit different that you could have in your hall, but that has valuable storage inside it, that you can put a gorgeous lamp on or put a beautiful mirror above it and just make it all very pleasing. But please try and clear the clutter, particularly in your hall. If you've got questions at all, just shoot them to me. Your kitchen, again, we all need storage in our kitchen. Storage in our kitchen is so important. But there are plenty of things that you can do. Even like if you're buying a new kitchen, storage is just so clever. You've got all the drawers, you've got magic corners. You know, you actually need less kitchen than you would have before because of the cleverness of the storage solutions. But did you know that you can go to some of the DIY kitchen places, like the cash and carry kitchen places, where most towns have one, where joiners and carpenters and kitchen people would go to get components of a kitchen, and you might be able to get those pegs that you slot into your drawers, because then you can put loads of plates in there and use, you know, one drawer will contain as much as a cupboard might have before. You can get pulley out storage things. IKEA is probably fantastic. Lots of places online. The range is probably good. Think about how you can improve the insides of your kitchen, but you're not going to do any of that until you clear out the clutter in the kitchen. Camille, I hope you're going to be joining us tonight at 7 o'clock for Reset, because I know you're in the middle of a big extension and you've been doing loads of decluttering, but there's lots more to be done. And that's all really, really good. And I would urge you not to be buying furniture until you get rid of what you have and don't need, and then you know exactly what you need. Over the weekend, I actually went through my larder press, and I would have thought that I've been quite good at containing the mess in the larder press. But you know something, there were lots of things that had got into the back. So it's good every so often to do a cull, because oftentimes you might find that you actually don't need extra storage space at all, or extra storage capacity. What you needed to do was to remove that which you didn't need in your kitchen or your utility room or your bathroom, or your bedroom, which freed up lots and lots of space. So do think about that. Like, lots of people who are selling their home will do a massive clear out, and then they'll do a bit of staging, and they want to project their home in the most appealing, most positive, most gorgeous light, because they want a quick sale and they want to get the strongest price. But oftentimes people will come and say, I didn't realize how gorgeous my home was because I had it full of all this stuff and I actually couldn't see the potential in the home. So I want you to think about that too. Now, your utility room is another area that it can be a bit of a disaster. Stevie Toy, my favorite photographer, has just come in. I was thinking about you only a little while ago. Stevie did a photo shoot for me, and honest to goodness, I loved every single one of those photographs. And now he's a famous award-winning wedding photographer. I sometimes taking a photograph of your space, your kitchen space, your utility room space, or even inside the cupboards, which might horrify you, is a good thing to do because it takes away the personal bit. It's almost like you're looking at a photograph of somebody else's house or somebody else's cupboard, and it helps you to remove. So again, in your utility room, there's plenty that you can do. I would hope you have one large, long cupboard for your mop and your brush and all of that. Liz. This is brilliant. Liz is joining us for Reset 24 tonight. I can't wait. She's over in gorgeous Galway. I started photos and sewing room over the weekend. Oh God, don't get ahead of yourself though. I want to preserve your energy because the way Reset 24 works is that we do it in a very structured fashion. That's why we start with our living room because it's easy to do. And then we move on to the kitchen and bathroom, which is slightly more challenging. And then we get onto the bedroom, which is challenging because there's clothes involved and wardrobes, shoes, stuff like that. And then maybe your sewing room is your disaster room. We all have one room. It could be a hobby room, could be the area under the stairs, could be your hot press, could be kids' playroom, whatever. Somebody else is going to tackle a kids' playroom tonight. Oh, that's brilliant. And then we move on to sentimental things. So, but I would urge the girls not to rush. This is a marathon. It is not a sprint. We will work at different stages and phases. We will work at, every one of us will work at our own energy level and our own pace. And that's what we did last time round. And life, I told you before, there were broken bones, sick kids, and 2 funerals in the middle of our last reset, and the girls still achieved amazing things, but they are all coming back. I'm delighted. I invited them all back, and they're all coming back this evening to continue on the fantastic journey that they started. So honestly, if you've ever thought of clearing your space, this is International Women's Day. This is one thing you could do for you because you will never feel the same again once you declutter your house. And you know, you may be terrified at the thought. So many people have said, I haven't the energy. And I know that feeling. And I didn't want to. Well, I did want to. I think I was terrified. I thought, oh God, there's so much stuff. And this house is so big and every room is full of everything. But there's a system. And once you learn my system, you will find out how to easily, effortlessly, and finally overcome the clutter. And I don't say that lightly. So lovely to see you, Liz. Absolutely gorgeous to see you. So yeah, utility room can be quite challenging, but anyways, going back to in your utility room, if you've got your tall, hi Kathy, and Gabby's just come in as well, and Mary Rose. If you've got a tall cupboard, are you using all of that space? Because you might have no hooks, no shelves. You can get a DIY shelf put up high or 2 of them. You can have hooks put on that you can hang things on to take them off the floor. So you can make, are you making, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it very well, are you making the very best use of the space that you have? So today, this Monday, that's what I want you to do. Hi, Kathy. That's what I want you to do. I want you to start thinking about the storage solutions that you currently have, because there's a bit of me that thinks you probably have enough. It's just that you've reached capacity. So if you were to, when somebody's selling a house, I always say for every wardrobe, I want you to reduce the visuals, the stuff that's in it, by at least 1/3, so that you're looking at a wardrobe that's 2/3 emptied. And I think any of us and all of us could do that with every single cupboard, every single drawer, and every single hanging space in our house. It's just a matter of training your mind to do it. 1 bin bag at a time and straight into the car. You have to. If you don't take the bin bag out straight away, the black bags have to go within, I don't know, maximum 24 hours, but 12 hours. It's a psychological thing, because when you hang on to them, they come back into the house and then they get opened and then you start taking things out. So no, I mean, and all the massive, incredible decluttering and clearing that I have done, there isn't one thing that I regret getting rid of, not one. And you'd be shocked if you knew how much I actually did get rid of. And you're right, it is one step at a time, one bin bag at a time. And I have so many little tips and tricks to teach you to make it so easy for you on every single part of your house that you're going to be using. Excuse me. In your bedroom, storage, the ways that you can maximize your storage are, you know, rather than having a locker that's very pretty, but it's just like a little nightstand on legs, get one with drawers, you know, so that the things that you use every night, you know, your books, your whatever, your candle, your, I don't know, whatever you use at night, have them in your drawer beside you. Chest of drawers are very, very handy in a bedroom. Having an ottoman at the bottom of the bed, one that has a hinged lid, is a really good thing to do. I love it because you can sit in it when you're taking off your shoes and that. If you've got a very big room, it actually fills. I was speaking to a girl the weekend who has a massive master bedroom, and as Kavina has, and we've put in an ottoman at the bottom of her big bed because it's going to fill up the space a bit, but very, very, very clever for storage. And another thing when you're thinking about storage, think, oh gosh, my rooms are very small. Don't ever forget the vertical space that you have, the four walls. You know, is there slim storage that you could have wall hung higher up that would actually alleviate the problem that you have of not having enough storage? In your bedroom, what else can you do? You could have, if you have a divan bed, have drawers under the bed. You can put seasonal things in there. That's actually a really good thing to do. Always remember, this is your bed. And say this wall is by the window and there's not too much space, and this side of the bed is opening onto the floor area, which is quite open. Make sure that you have your drawers on that side, not the other one, so that you can open them out, because you won't use them if you can't fully open them. Another thing that's really good, I used to do this in my walk-in closet for my seasonal clothes. I used to get them at Home Store or more, but I'm sure everybody has, you know, IKEA, Argos, everybody, Homebase, they all have them. Those plastic bags that you put all your stuff in and then use a vacuum cleaner to take out all of the air, because they take up less space. And I always do the seasonal clothes. Well, maybe not so much here, but because there isn't so much different, and I have less winter clothes obviously now and lots more summer clothes, but it's a good thing to do. I like to, when you're reorganizing your wardrobe, that you can, the clothes that you wear, that you see, you know, have them organized where you can see them. Apparently they say, I can't remember, Gabby will be able to tell me, we only wear 10% or 20% of our entire wardrobe, which is quite a shocking statistic, but I know it's true, because, you know, hands up, I know that's me. You know, the stress is one of my favorites. The things that I wear over and over and over, and then gorgeous pieces that I don't wear at all. Fiona's saying something. I keep all my bedding in the drawers under the bed. So handy, absolutely so handy. And a little tip too is, if you have your duvet cover and your sheet and your pillowcases, and tuck them all in together in a pack. For the boys, that was actually really handy. And, you know, I would do that even in the hot press, but it is a great idea. So what I want you to do today is just to think outside the box about the storage, because there's a bit of me that thinks that you actually have lots of storage in your home. You're just abusing it. Is that the word to use? You are abusing it. You're not using it properly. You have it full of stuff that don't need to be there. So now it's March. Spring is coming. It is gorgeous here. We had crazy wind over the weekend, and I actually wasn't feeling at all well yesterday. Some of you sent me some lovely messages, some of my friends, because you knew that I wasn't in good form. But thankfully, I woke up this morning after a great night's sleep feeling fantastic. And Yvonne, if you come on, I didn't have the pancakes this morning, but I had my usual healthy breakfast. But anyway, I feel great. So never ever take your health for granted. Honestly, it's, you know, the odd time when I feel unwell, and I think, yeah. And it's springtime, and it's a time of rejuvenation. I'm so looking forward to tonight, because I have new girls coming in, and I know that some of them have kids who are leaving the nest and have left the nest. That's a difficult one. I have one girl, his daughter's getting married, so she's going to do she's actually on holidays. She arrived in Portugal today, or is arriving this evening, and she is going to get her house completely sorted before the wedding, which is a fantastic time, you know, and then it's going to be like that forever. I have another girl who's starting a whole new life, a new beginning. That's really exciting and a wonderful time to do the decluttering and the clearing as well. So I'm just so excited. And one of the girls too told me she got 200 pair of shoes, 200 200 pairs of shoes that she doesn't wear, Deirdre. So we'll figure that one out too. We all have our different challenges. So that's all I want you to do. Think about how you can maximize the storage in your house, and don't just go for plastic boxes. There are lovely like when you figure out if you need extra storage, like even to have wicker baskets. Like I've got some cubbies here, and if you put toning contrasting colored wicker baskets, and all of them, you know, the range, Homebase, IKEA, all these shops have them. You just need to get the right size. And if you put them in, they're actually really attractive, and they will enhance the look of the furniture as well. And you know what's in each one, so everything has its place, and everybody knows that. We did 4 car loads last week. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. That must feel absolutely amazing. Because I know when we moved and downsized, and we were moving from a very large house, and we filled 5 industrial skips. The big ones, you know, the builders ones. 5. And Charity Shop took, I can't remember, I think it was 10 loads, and it was it was amazing. So you're doing so well. That's brilliant, Kavina. You're not clearing your whole house, you're just clearing because of the extension, but that's I'm delighted, because it just makes you feel so good. Hands up if anybody is a regular declutterer. Is it part of your psyche now? Is it something that you do every so often? Because I know for me, and I was the queen of clutter, and then I got to the stage where I was terrified of it, and I didn't have the energy. I didn't even know where to start. I didn't want to start until the day that I absolutely had to, because a full house had to be cleared. But is there anybody who has been doing this for years, or maybe even doing it since you were a child? Because it is something that I think we should be teaching our children how to do. We should teach them. I don't believe it. Linda is watching from the United States of America. She is a fellow interior designer and the most gifted home stager. She is just an uber designer. Linda, it is just amazing to see you. Okay, Fiona is definitely, she's a declutterer. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Pippa's in as well. It's great to see you all coming in. It's just great to see you all coming in. Because this is important. If we can get into this clearing mentality, it really does free up the space in your head and in your heart and in your soul for everything that you absolutely want into your life. And what more do we want? And that's what we want for our kids as well. So I'm going to go. I have a lot to do today. Today's a busy day, I suppose, because we have our reset starting tonight, and that's just so exciting. It's always, I just love when you start. Still scared of the bedroom, but you know something, that's okay. We'll work through that this time, and we'll get you on top of the bedroom. Don't even think about that. Liz tries to do it regularly, but needs more organizational tips. Absolutely, and we have loads of those. But you know, the important thing is, I think sometimes, Liz, you don't make this mistake, but I think a lot of people confuse decluttering with organization. They're not the same. You're so right, Liz. The decluttering happens first, then you organize, and then you organize in such a way, an intelligent, organized, structured way that means that the clutter will not build up again. And this will make sense as you're going through the course as well. So I'm back on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'm talking about acoustics, because acoustics are a problem sometimes if you're living in a house with a party wall and there's noise coming through from next door, or maybe you're living in an apartment and noise is an issue, or maybe acoustics is a problem in your home because with our open plan living, you might have a very large open hall and the acoustics, the noise is traveling throughout the house and not in a good way. So I wanted to talk to you about acoustics on Wednesday, and then Friday is going to be my International Women's Day special, so that will be a little bit of a treat. I'll see if there's any more questions here. And no, Bridget has just joined us. You're so welcome. You can all catch on the replay anyway. Now here on Instagram, I don't think Instagram is keeping alive for very long. I've never been able to see any of my lives afterwards, but what I do is I pop them up as a post, so they're there if anybody needs to know anything. But I would urge you, if any of you are thinking, seriously thinking of clearing your house for once and for all, don't let another year go by. You know, a year goes by so fast. Fiona, I was reminded just the other day by so many of you that it was a year since we had our amazing Finding Your Fabulous Day in Harvey's Point. Well, now that year has gone in a heartbeat, and the next year is going to go in a heartbeat. So if you've been thinking about doing this for a while and you're scared about it, I'm inviting you into this group. It's just amazing, fabulous, gorgeous women, all like-minded, and everybody will work at their own pace. because that's the way it is, because we're all different, and I encourage that. But I'm excited about it. So listen, I'll see you again on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. If you have any questions about storage or whatever, pop them in here, and I shall answer them as I see them. Wonderful day. That's the day at Harvey's Point it was. Fiona, we'll have to do another one. I think we'll have to do another one. Noel actually sent me a message to say that he got a memory on his phone and said the same thing. We'll have to do it again. Okay, so listen, I'm away. Have a gorgeous rest of the day, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Sure, it'll come in a heartbeat. And I will pop the link for reset here. Sometimes I forget, but I will pop it because it's your last chance. Once we start at 7 o'clock this evening, you won't be starting with us. Okay, so chat to you soon.